Why are your JavaScript Webpack builds so slow? Imagine waiting forever for your website to load after every change. Frustrating, right? Sometimes Webpack, the tool that bundles your code, can seem to take ages. Let's figure out why that happens and how to speed things up. First, Webpack processes every module and dependency in your project. If you have thousands of JavaScript files or many CSS and Sass files, it takes longer to parse, transform, and bundle everything. For example, handling over 2,000 JavaScript modules can add minutes to your build time. Even a handful of Sass files can slow things down if the tooling isn't optimized. Next, some loaders and plugins can be slow. Loaders like older versions of Node Sass or inefficient Sass Loader slow down the build because they do a lot of work transforming files. Upgrading to faster options like Dart Sass and the latest Sass Loader can cut build times significantly. Plugins like Cursor plugin, used for minification, also take a lot of CPU power. If they're outdated or not optimized, they can be major bottlenecks. Minification is another big factor. It shrinks your code by removing whitespace and comments, but it's CPU intensive. Minification can take up a third or more of your build time. You can speed this up by configuring minifiers to skip compressions that don't make much difference, saving time without losing much in bundle size. Generating source maps helps with debugging, but it also adds to build time. If you don't need source maps during certain builds, disabling or limiting them can make your process faster. Resolving modules and dependencies involves file system calls. If your Webpack configuration asks it to resolve many file extensions or follow symlinks, it increases overhead. Turning off unnecessary options like resolve symlinks can reduce this extra work. Caching is a game changer. Webpack 5 introduced persistent caching, which saves build results so unchanged modules don't need to be reprocessed. Not enabling caching or failing to use thread loader for parallel processing makes builds slower. Using these features can cut build times drastically. Code splitting is also important. If your entire app is bundled into one big chunk, every rebuild takes longer. Breaking your code into smaller chunks with the Split Chunks plugin allows Webpack to rebuild only what's changed, speeding things up. Finally, compiling files that aren't used in your final bundle wastes time. Using plugins like Ignore Plugin or Dynamic Imports helps Webpack skip unnecessary files, making your builds leaner. To make your Webpack builds faster, upgrade slow loaders and plugins, turn on caching and parallel processing, simplify minification, disable source maps when not needed, optimize module resolution, and split your code into smaller pieces. Fixing these areas can turn a sluggish build into a quick one, making your development smoother and more efficient.